Hey, if you want more profits and customers for life, chances are we have to change your default setting to yes. Come on, let's talk about it. Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by the magic of newsletter marketing, the secret to more profits and customers for life. Get your copy today at Amazon or SuccessAdvantagePublishing.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. On this episode of Newsletter Guru TV, I'm about ready to go right down here and get on my kayak, stepping right down to the edge of the lake here. Let me turn around and show you what we're looking at here. There's my kayak, and we're getting ready to head out onto the lake. And hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. I am finally out here in my kayak. It's an early July, but I am finally glad that my elbow is healed. I got clearance from the doctor to come out and paddle. I get some great ideas out here, and one of them I want to share with you today is called The Default Position is Always Yes. This is all about how to get more customers and keep them for life and therefore boost your profits. You know, I learned way back in the 80s in my bike shop days that there is a sales process, and when somebody gets interested in your product or service, it's not unusual for them to say, I like this, can I get it with this, or can you do it this way? And basically they're just trying to customize what you have a little bit. Now, a lot of people, staff members, store personnel, owners included, a lot of times will say, this is our program, or I'm not sure. Or if they're even forward thinking and they're going to change it or edit it in some way, they're going to go, yes, but it's going to be, and then they'll name a price. And that's a roadblock. That is an impediment to the sale. What I want to have you kind of retrain your brain to think about is every time you're in a sales situation or a customer service situation, if something like that comes up, I want you to rewire the old brain box to say yes. Let me give you a couple scenarios. Going back to the bike shop days, it wasn't unusual for people to want a different seat or maybe a different set of tires. Mountain bikes were real popular in the early 80s when they started coming out. And there was different tires, really knobby tires and smooth tires, and in the seats you had the kind of standard seat that the bikes came with, but then they were also coming out with aftermarket like gel saddles that were really comfortable. So it used to go something like this. Somebody would be interested in a mountain bike and they'd say, I like this, can I get this with a gel saddle? Now, some stores would say, well, this is the saddle it comes with. And again, if they were forward thinking, they go, yes, but we'd have to charge you. And then again, that's an impediment. It's a speed bump to getting them to yes and getting them to the register. Here's how I used to handle that. Can I get the gel saddle with this? Absolutely you can. And that's all I would say. And then one of two things would happen. Either the conversation would progress to the next level, whatever else they wanted, or sometimes they'd say, what will it cost me? And then I'd say, well, here's what we do. We give you a trade-in, a fair market trade-in on the seat coming off the bike, and we'll just deduct it from the price of the saddle. Are there any other changes you'd like to make for your new bicycle? Something like that. So I answered it and just told them. So when we get to the counter, we just total it up, and I used to give like a $10 credit on the saddle. Now, if you are in the hard goods business and you think, well, I'm going to end up with a box full of saddles, you will. But one of the things we used to do is we'd have these big sales, and kind of like almost like a flea market, we'd bring out all the boxes of stuff we traded in. Look, we'd put any seat in here, $5, $10, whatever. You know what? We gained a customer, we made him happy, and we took care of business. And that's one of the strategies in how we got to be one of the biggest bike shops in the country. In my current business, No Hassle Newsletters, about a month ago, we had a client. Now, we do custom mastheads, so we'll actually design a masthead that will drop in the done-for-you templates that we provide, and it just totally customizes and personalizes the newsletter template for your business. Well, we had a client said, I am really basically hot to trot. I'd like to get my newsletter. I'd like to subscribe and get my newsletter out the door in like 3 to 5 days. It usually takes us about 7 to 10 days to design a custom masthead. He also wanted us to do some customizing of the actual template. So my staff is trained very well, and they came to me and said, Jim, this guy would like to subscribe, but he wants to know if you give him a custom masthead and layout, and can we get it done in about 2 to 3 days? And I said, absolutely we can. Yes, we can. And we didn't charge him because, you know what? We could handle it. My design team could handle it, and we put it through. We got the customer. He's happy. So, again, you could say, yeah, but we have policies and procedures and things like that, but you know what? The default position always has to be yes. I'll give you one more quick example before I keep going on my exercise here. somebody, I think about 2 months ago actually, wanted to order 5 books and give them as gifts to people in their mastermind members. They wanted 5 copies of Stick Like Glue, but they wanted me to sign all of them and address them to the gift recipients, if you will. Now, I haven't shipped out my books in about 1.5 years. I have a fulfillment house that does that. But, you know, my assistant Kate checked with me, and I said, you know what, go ahead, take the order. I will get the 5 books, I'll sign them, and I'll get them back to the fulfillment house. Did it take a little bit out of my day? Yes. Did it cost me a little bit of money to get them back and forth? Yes. Was it worth it? Absolutely. You know, we sold the 5 books, so we made our client happy, and the 5 people that were getting the books as a gift, they were happy. So listen, the default position always has to be yes. Figure out how can you always put the customer on your side, because when you do that, folks, you got a customer for life. When you got customers for life, your profits go up. All right. Listen, I'd appreciate it very much if you're watching this on Facebook, if you would click the like button. And whether you're watching it on Facebook or Newsletter Guru TV, I'd appreciate it very much if you'd leave a comment. I always love hearing from you. And before the day's out, while you're changing your default setting in the old brain box to the yes position, think about how you can find ways to add more value to the products or services you're delivering to your customers. Add more value, you're going to keep your customers longer, and then also go out there and do something nice for somebody, unexpected. It's going to make them feel great, it's going to make you feel awesome, all right? Until next episode, hopefully it will be out here on the lake. This is Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. You guys have a great day. Take care.